Well, I have to say, one of the best experience I had the other night was Lithuania taking on Finland, and the playing of the national anthem of those two countries, as they didn't even need the music. That's how amazing it was. And again, those Lithuanian fans, they know how to travel, and I'm sure a lot of them have already booked their tickets to Riga. But right now, we had the third team on the floor, Nicolas Meist, Valentin Olio, and Ofer Mannheim. And a little congratulations is in order for Nicolas Meist, who, unless he is selected to move on to Riga, will be participating, calling his last game as a FIBA referee. So congratulations on a very long and successful career for him.
Yeah, they don't get enough positive praise. Most of the time people are talking about referees, it's like, oh, we didn't agree with this. But I think, as always, their teamwork over the last number of years has been exceptional. You've got to be the best at your trade, and these guys are the best at their trade.
They are, that's why they are here. But right now it's about this starting five: Larson, Hawkinson, Gedefors, Panzer, and Bergander.
Which has been their if everyone's healthy, if they're healthy, this is where they go. I think Bergander will get better and better as this tournament progresses, because I think more than anyone else, he has struggled coming back from that illness that he had. But there's Per Larsson, who's become the leader of this team. In the last game, 28 points against Montenegro, 7 rebounds. It was a loss against Montenegro, but he has, after a difficult start against Finland, then he got ill, but now he appears to be back to his normal self, which is so important. And I suppose the only question that Sweden have is, can they get Hawkinson back to the way he was at the beginning of the tournament?
I mean, 28 points in that opening game, almost single-handedly scoring-wise, pulled off the win against the home team for them on game day 1, but instead they end up losing by 3. And since then, I agree with you, he has not been his scoring self, let's say. But Lithuania's starting 5, obviously they had to make some adjustments, so we have Normantas, Retsevicius, Valanciunas, Giedraitis, and Servidis. Well, who's going to make up for Jakubaitis?
Well, I don't think it won't be one person.
Okay.
I think it's the way they play their basketball. It's the contribution of the team, built around, obviously, the inside presence of Jonas Valanciunas.
Back in the starting lineup.
Which is, again, there's a Bergander matchup for him. You know, right. There's a straight matchup, a big 5. Coach said when there's a big 5, Jonas has got to play. But I think it says a lot about Jonas Valanciunas that, having started 19 games, whatever it was.
19 consecutive games.
That all he did on game day 4 was say, right, the team needs me to do this, that's what I'm going to do. And that's a huge statement about him. Head coach here for Sweden, Mikko Riippinen, has done a marvelous job.
Yeah.
I mean, it's, you cannot, it's their first EuroBasket for,
long time.
for 2011. It's like, it's a crazy. And it's so important for them, and now they're going to extend. Now they're going on to the second round. It's going to be a massive thing for them. Rimas Kurtinaitis, even the great Rimas Kurtinaitis, appears to me to be now more comfortable in the role, because this is his first EuroBasket as the coach. His playing career, his club coaching career, unparalleled.
Yes.
But it's the pressure of a EuroBasket. He's got a couple of wins now. He feels as though he understands his team. And I think now he believes, even though Jakubaitis is out, he believes he has a way that his team is playing that is productive.
And what I like about Coach Kurtinaitis, he's changed the way Lithuania has played at this EuroBasket compared to past years and the style of play that we have seen. And his players have bought in. The Federation obviously bought into what style of basketball he wanted to play. And what I mean they have bought in, Valanciunas being okay coming off the bench and giving a good production in that game against Finland is just an example of your veterans, leaders, following the head coach and everyone else falling in line. Good afternoon and welcome. Lithuania taking on Sweden here in Tampere, Finland. It is game day 5, the last game of the group phase. Both these teams already qualified for a trip to Riga. Panzer coming off the screen, and a little pick and pop, and Bergander, not necessarily known for his outside shooting, but zero hesitation.
foul line, he's fine. It's when he gets in, he's never going to shoot the three. He has 0 tries almost across his whole career. But that little short roll, he's very, very effective.
Valanciunas gets it in the low block. He kicks it back out, and just not able to hold on to it is Radzavicius. So ball right back, and here it is at full court pressure. Hawkinson brings it up, and they get it over. Larson now. Hot hand for Sweden, like you mentioned, in their last couple games. And Panzer's pass is picked off, so it's steal, which we are used to saying for Lithuania when they play. Valanciunas, he looked at that three-pointer. We've seen him knock down a few threes here in this tournament already. They go inside, single coverage, and Bergander is going to get called for the reach-in while he was going up for that shot.
Well, we've automatically seen the issue they have without Jokubaitis, the ball sticks.
Yeah.
You know, they went inside to Valanciunas, the ball sticks. And we did talk about that earlier in the tournament, that when the ball sticks for them, they are not as effective. They've got to keep the ball movement. They've got to actually move off the ball. They've got good enough shooters if they are active on the perimeter, if they move to make the pass an option. And in some ways, if Valanciunas gets touches, he's got to go up more. Because when it sticks with him, everybody becomes static.
Well, Valanciunas averaging 15 points and 6 rebounds a game for them. And here it is at full court pressure. Having a hard time getting the ball inbounded is Sweden. Larson. Lithuanian fans wanted to travel. I don't think he...
No, he just
looked awkward, but...
He just almost stopped on the one leg and then waited.
This is what you're talking about, right? The ball sticking. Valanciunas had that ball for about 15 seconds, and he's frustrated. He was looking for passes.
Well, and the thing that when the ball hit him high, Giedraitis on the second side, on the opposite side of the floor, did not move, so he didn't have an automatic reversal of the basketball. I mean, if he throws that pass and dives, he's going to be deep in the keyway and a hell of a target, but the ball sticks, nothing, no one moves. It's a very worrying sign. Now, I know Jokubaitis would have been the guy putting it on the floor and creating.
Right, when the ball was stuck. Larson goes at Servidis. That was tough defense, but Larson just a little better offense.
Just gets deep, doesn't he? He's getting below the circle, getting just outside the charge circle. Got enough control to get the shot away.
And Normantes turns the ball over. So Sweden now out to a nice little lead and a good start here today as they force Lithuania and Coach Kurtinaitis into a timeout.
Well, it's going to be a fascinating timeout from Coach Kurtinaitis because what we talked about before the game is there for everybody to see. They just don't have the same rhythm and movement and spacing that they have when Jokubaitis is on the floor.
Vienas yra, mes su tokiu greičiu mes negalim priimti kamuolio. Paskui problema ne kombinacija, paskui problema jūs nebėgat pasiimti kamuolio. Davai padaryk taip, Sirvi tu išeisi. Ant to pačio tu ant Hendofo, pin downą. Razon, pin downą, kai įvarysi, Sirvis išeisi. Dabar pažiūrėk, jeigu čia jie keisis.
Well, you know, Shona, it's everything is strong side action. They throw it to the high post and the action is all on the same side that the passes come from. They have not reversed the ball on any of that set. And then when they've tried to hand it off to the guy coming off the screen, the timing's off. And I think it's too easy to say it's because Jokubaitis isn't on. These guys have been together for a while. They've played minutes in prep without him. They've just got to get back to what they do well. He's rolled his ankle pretty badly, I think, Normantis.
Well, it's going to be an 8-second backcourt violation as Normantis, I think he might have rolled his, tweaked his ankle. I don't think it didn't look that bad, but he is slow to get up, which is obviously a little concerning as well. Let's take a look. So oh yeah, well.
The way he went down, it was, you know those ones that you sort of catch going forward, and you really feel the pain on it. He's
hobbling off, and looks like he might, he'll go back into the locker room.
So I thought Velichka would have got the start, because he's the guy that's backed up Jokubaitis most of the tournament.
Yeah, so you start Velichka with Normantis.
Yeah.
Of course. Get a force, drive baseline. He's blocked by Servidis.
There is no space there at all. It would have got very dark. Everyone had a piece of it on that penetration.
Velichka. Servidis. Almost a turnover. In the corner, that three-point shot, no good. Lithuania have not proven themselves to be a good three-point shooting team in this tournament.
No, it's all off their defense, isn't it? They get everything, their rhythm and everything is from their defense. Half court, knocking down threes, they just don't make enough.
Larson, oh, great pass from the big man, and a nice cut. That was a good start for Larson to this game as well. He has 6 of the 10 points of Sweden. And Sweden now, aggressive defense, giving Lithuania a little bit of a taste of their own medicine, I guess you could say.
Yeah, and it's that one thing Jokubaitis they will miss is his ability to break the defense down off the dribble. But I don't think Sweden are respecting that at the moment from everybody else out there for Lithuania, so everybody's in the lane. No one has to think about helping too much because they're guarding the ball very well.
Servidis, strong, aggressive take. Just turns the corner and gets all the way for an easy 2-point bucket.
That's the first time Valanciunas has gone on a pin-down screen. That's a hell of a screen to come over and chase.
Larson shot fakes, gets his defender off the feet, and well, last possession it was Bergander to Larson. This time Larson to the big man, Bergander. So notice we have Matthias Markusson not on the bench for Sweden this afternoon. We do know that Sweden earlier in the tournament had some illnesses, I guess you could say. A little bit under the weather, like a lot of us are here. It's that rain, we're not used to it.
Well, this summer we're definitely not used to it. Jesus. Even I'm not used to it, and I'm normally moaning about the rain. But,
Lithuania beat Sweden back in 1995, and get this, Lithuania's head coach, Rimas Kurtinaitis, played in that game, scoring 11 points and 5 assists. How about those stats?
Well, you know.
That's vicious, as I talked about how they're not known as a three-point shooting team. That being said, you leave them open, anyone at this level can knock down a shot.
Yeah, but on that one as well, the ball didn't get stuck, and I don't think Valanciunas is the right option at that high post area. It just sticks. Get him in the low box, get him down low, make him a threat.
Njai's penetration, nowhere to go. That's a turnover. Here's the fast break off of turnovers. Larson.
Wow.
Took he almost looks like he took a knee to the face.
That's a tough finish.
That is, I was going to say, Servidis to be able to take that contact as well. Here Njai nowhere to go on that penetration. And maybe a little bit of an elbow at the end of the play.
I mean, we've seen a lot of offensive foul calls. We had both hands on the ball, so it wasn't as if he led with the arm.
Well, Larson's going to check out of the game, but I think he is fine as Falk checks in for Sweden. And win or lose, Sweden are finishing 4th in this group. We know that.
Yep.
During the course of the game, we can go and take a look at the Group A standings, who they will cross over with. But win or lose, and not knowing the results of the Finland-Germany game coming up, Lithuania could go. You never know, first, second, third.
Absolutely, they could become second-place team.
Yep. So, or they could drop down to 3rd if they lose.
Yeah, but
depending on who loses the Finland-Germany game, right?
Yeah, that's it. They are. In theory, they should be second, but like there are ways that they could slip.
Exactly.
But that would require Finland to win.
Yes.
And we are Germany's #1 fans, I think.
Yes, I 100% agree with you. Yep.
This is intriguing for me because Sweden at the start of the game moved the ball, didn't dribble unless they were attacking the basket. Briganda was a factor. He got touches and passed the ball, and all of a sudden, Njai's come in, and it's a little bit too much dribble for the last few possessions.
Well, Njai with a big defensive possession there, as Velička having Velička having trouble bringing it over, and then there they force a turnover, a travel. I agree with you the last couple possessions offensively, but Njai has been a very bright spot coming off the bench.
And that's really the
6-man.
And that's really the point. It's when they move the ball and he's got a chance to break the defense down, it's when he comes down and keeps it. I don't think he's great at that. Attacking space is what he's really good at.
Well, Njai, this is what you're talking about, right? Oh, what a quick first step. Do that every single time.
Move the ball so you can actually see where the defensive shift is, where the drive lane is. And this end of the floor, he's a handful.
And Velička's shot is off the mark. Briganda with a big defensive rebound. Now here's a mismatch in quickness, but Valanciunas does a pretty good job protecting the rim. Heads-up play by Anderson, who you and I were very impressed with on game day 1.
First personal foul, first team foul.
Saravidas is going to check out. I think of all the guys that have stepped into the starting lineup because they're trying to find whatever the combination is, he's been the most effective. Very good going to the hoop. Defensively, he's been really solid. You know, they're so like for like though in those 1, 2, and 3 slots.
Yeah. Njai, known more for attacking the basket, and that time I think same thing, a little shot fake. They're not going to stop him on his first step because it's so quick. Don't settle. Velička goes up top to Valanciunas. Valanciunas just scores over Briganda.
I really think it should be a game where he is diving to the front of the ring, getting the ball in the low block, doesn't need it out top.
Borg now into the game for Sweden. Hawkinson went to the bench for a break. And Briganda's shot well short as Lithuania come up with the rebound. Trying to push the tempo. They like, after steals and transition, they're very, very quick getting down the court.
And that was so good. They took it to the first side, and Valanciunas got it, just moved it on to Velička with a quick rip through, and Borg was never going to be able to stop that penetration. So when they move the ball, they are very, very good. Arulas Tabilis checked in. He's had a breakout tournament. Let's just describe it as that, because he's now a factor for this roster. He's still only 23 years old.
Well, Saravidas not on the bench for long. Kubelis, that start the other day against Finland. He's definitely one to remember as he's playing in his first EuroBasket for Lithuania.
Oh, Wilhelm Krauth didn't play a minute in the last game against Montenegro. Then he just rips it through and takes it strong.
Lichka gets the ball back. He penetrates, goes to a little floater, no good, but he's gonna go to the line for 2 free throws.
Surely the option on that little flow, like, there's no one between Valanciunas and the backboard. Just put it up there for Valanciunas to go get it. And there's no Briganda in there either because Ramstead has checked in for him. Valanciunas is going to get his moments on the bench.
Well, only Lithuania's second trip to the free throw line. Sweden yet to shoot any attempts from the charity stripe. Ramstead gives it up. Borg, that little pin down screen you mentioned happened on the other end.
Yep.
Great little option for both teams as Borg got his feet set. Sweden now up 6 with 1 minute left in the first. Brutus, they go up top to him. That one was well off the mark though. Njai wants to slow it down. Well, no reason. Gosh, he has one of the quickest first steps in our group for sure.
Yeah, and he just waited until Ramstead cleared the middle by coming high, and he just turned the screen down, rejected it, and blew past.
Servidis turns the corner. Again, protects the ball well and goes all the way with his left hand.
And he's like, he has real good length. He's 2 meters 4. Another one of those guys.
Position,
yeah, and he's one of these guys in that 23, 24, 25 sort of age group that most of this team is on.
Njai has to settle because of the strong defensive play at the end of the first quarter. But Lithuania, with one of their lowest first quarter outings in this tournament so far, they are trailing Sweden 15-21 after 10 minutes. We'll get a quick look at some statistics. Well, again, Lithuania, one of the best 2-point scoring teams in this entire tournament. Their efficiency there is always top. Again, 3-point shooting, it's more or less where we've kind of seen them. They've only had 4 attempts, though.
Yeah, they've only had 9 overall field goal attempts. They've struggled at times to take care of the basketball. And Sweden, you've got to say, when they keep the tempo high and they set good screens, they're coming up open. Larsson's done a nice job on penetration. You get replays of that right now. Whoever's at the 5 spot for Lithuania, and obviously it's much more effective when Valanciunas is the guy. The pin down screen or the deep roll has got to be where they need him to catch the ball and play. Another example of Njai's quick first step. Just he gets past you in such a short space of time. You have no time to recover, and the help has no time to come across. So he's a real factor if he does it off ball movement, if he does it when he has the advantage. See, here's a thought. It's like in some ways they showed how effective they can be without Valanciunas. In some ways, because of the way they played their defense, especially as Jokubaitis ain't out there more, they may have to look at that quicker lineup just as almost as a go-to at certain points in games, because they're not getting enough in the half court out of Valanciunas, it would appear.
We are going to review.
Well, we have an official review. Let's listen in.
Then we have the footage. The initial decision was 3 points. So look, can you zoom? Okay, we have the time also, please. 5:15, okay. So I see the foot on the line. Okay, so after review, the initial decision is reversed. We correct to 2 points. Okay. Thank you for the picture.
Well, Mark, what did we do before technology?
We'd go with the original opinion.
5:15, 2 points.
I find it really, really interesting. Everyone's having these debates in various sports about the use of technology. You don't want it to stop the flow of the game, but for something like that, that's a fact.
Yep.
If you correctable fact, that's all you need to do.
But it wasn't really in a stop of the flow of the game. It was during the little intermission between the first and second quarter, so why not, right?
Absolutely.
Well, you said it, Lithuania having trouble scoring, but turnovers have been an issue, and getting the ball over into their front court, really. 7 turnovers already today, and I think a lot of that has to do with they're missing Raucus.
Yeah.
Jokipitis. And another turnover. Borg stops, pops. That hits the front rim, though. And Sargunas.
I have actually been really impressed with Ignas Sargunas. When he comes off the bench, things like that happen.
Yeah.
He's really physical, really direct. Looks to be aggressive.
Well, Larson went to the bench for the end of that first quarter. Comes in, can't score that one, but comes up with his rebound. Pansar now. Anderson picks some pops. And how many times have we seen that call?
Yep.
Here in our groups, you would think players would have learned. I mean, that's an easy call by the referee.
Yeah, it's that. Well, you know, coaches teach you when you're closing out, you take those smaller steps, you get yourself to a point where you're not traveling too far forward anymore. But they appear to be so worried about the ability of the guys to shoot the ball that they're off balance, they're trying to contest. We've said this a few times before, Denzel Anderson is one of those guys that every coach loves to have coming off their bench. He brings energy, doesn't take bad decisions, and when he's open, he can shoot the ball.
Someone loved the way he played against Finland. Anderson. Sweden still on top of Lithuania here. A little bit better movement offensively by Lithuania to start this quarter. As well, that hit nothing but the backboard, I think. Anderson. Extra pass to Larson. Larson is open, feet were set, no good. A nice look there offensively. Stop, pop behind the screen.
They're getting nothing out of what they're running, are they? They're really absolutely getting nothing easy out of what they're running at all.
No. Anderson this time.
Whereas if you look at that example, the penetration got so deep and drew so much help that Anderson's standing there wide open on the three-point line. And the team that you'd have thought would have that as options.
And again, but you know, you just talked about, look at this offense. There was no movement. No one knew what they were running. Confusion all around. Servidis has to put up a tough shot. And, well, he didn't make it, but it was close to a 24-second violation as well. But Sargunas spent 15 seconds dribbling the ball, waiting for his teammates to get in position and start running the offense. Ramstead, Anderson tries to tip it. Like you say, the ball sticks often as Brutus gets it. And Ramstead just reaching in, not sure if that was really necessary.
No, I don't think, I'd agree with you, absolutely. Lithuania have struggled in parts of every game here in terms of being slowed down, not getting enough off their defense, and they just don't make enough shots. Now, normally the answer is Jokipitis. All the answer could be Valanciunas just deep. But they're very static.
Very static. 8 turnovers already. Let's listen into the timeout.
judinkit tą kamuolį. Dabar Ąžuolas nuėmė, mes bėgam iš pasos, aplenkit Ąžuolas paduos. Mes negalime iš pozicijos įves. Dabar tu pabambėt čia tą kamuolį ir ką nors nuduodi. Padaryk kažkokią idėją. Žaiskim į viršų. Gerai, sužaidžiam tos. Ragus ir ekstra suvarom. Ragus į apačią. Viens kitam susipasuoja.
Well, and also, you know, 27 points. We've seen Lithuania play suffocating defense. I would say almost every game. They struggled against Germany a little bit, but Germany, the best offensive team, one of the best, the best offensive team in this competition so far at this EuroBasket. But 16 points after 13 minutes.
Yeah, and it's... The difference with Jokubaitis when he's on the floor is, obviously, he's breaking people down on the dribble. So he might keep it for the first 10 seconds, but he's breaking people down after that. These guys are keeping it, and then they're moving it, and they're giving their teammate no chance, and they're getting nothing out of the set. They're getting no advantage out of what they're running. And they haven't had an advantage out of what they're running since Valanciunas has gone, because one of the big advantages would have been him. So it's... And Sweden are dealing really well with looking after the ball.
Radzivicius, a little bit of a hang time in the air as he gets his shot to go. We haven't seen number one, Blezevic, from Lithuania either, and he was one of their best players in that win over Finland.
Absolutely, I can only believe that there's an issue there that they didn't
precaution.
And they didn't want to share about. He may have some little thing. Just take a precaution because we've already qualified.
Larson thought he was fouled. Doesn't get it though.
Nice. That's a little bit of contact, isn't it? You're not going to get that call. You have to have that one.
Team Sweden, number 19, Elvin Pansar. First personal foul, second team foul. Substitution, team Lithuania in number 31.
And Anderson checks out for Sweden, and can't say enough good things about him. He really does provide energy and a lift coming off that bench.
Yeah. Well, players are going to need to start stepping up for Lithuania. Like you said, not one person is going to be able to replace Rokas Jokubaitis. It's going to have to be a team effort, and that man especially. As Bergander.
That's just a poor shot, though, isn't it? You break it down there. It's almost, you have the opportunity to go inside, but you don't take it. And then you take a shot that you really don't look confident taking.
Well, he didn't want to shoot, right?
No.
But this is kind of what I think what Sweden's doing. They're saying, well, go ahead, you try score. We're not going to help off of people because we know your first intention. And I think the referees are going to go to the tape. So it is a coach's review, right?
Yeah, it's an out-of-bounds challenge, yeah.
This is head coach challenge by the white team. We're going to review which team called the ball of ball. Initial decision was white. Blue ball. So blue is the last to touch. Okay. So I got it. Blue, 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 blue. You see the same? Okay. So this is conclusive. After the review, we changed the decision. The ball is now for the white team. Okay.
Well, easy decision there by the referees to change the call, and it's going to stay white ball. I'm sure Coach Kurtinitis may be a little bit disappointed. He had to use his coaching challenge because, especially after the review, we could. I mean, it's easy for us to sit here and watch a review and say, "Oh well, yeah, that was a missed call by the referees." And with that missed shot, Larson gets out in front of everyone, and he just hammers that.
the last shot is just not a great shot. And they've just taken too many shots that I didn't see them take when EuroBasket was on the floor. I haven't seen them when Valanciunas is on the floor. Taking tough little runners on the baseline, taking runners down the middle.
Yeah.
And Tabilis has not seen the basketball since he's been out there.
Right. Maybe without having EuroBasket on the court, they're trying to make up for the scoring, but they're not great at shooting threes. Because that one rattles inside out, and nice offensive rebound. And gonna go to the free throw line is Radzivicius.
That's pretty much the first time. We're used to seeing Lithuania go hard to the glass. They had 3 guys who really went after the rebound hard on that miss from the corner, but the fact that they missed the wide open 3 from the corner is even more worrying.
Yeah, you mentioned it. Lithuania, typically a very good offensive rebounding team. We saw against Great Britain. 23 offensive rebounds.
Oh, there's plenty of time. Plenty of time left in the quarter. That you've got to believe that their defense is going to start to become more of a factor.
Right.
Valanciunas, I assume, will come back. I'm a little surprised he hasn't come back already.
So that's a 9-point lead for Sweden. Almost at the halfway mark here in the second quarter. As Hawkinson gets a screen by Gedefors. And that's just going to be an easy call for the referee. Gudraitis got caught a little bit too aggressive there on Larson. Well, Coach Kurtinitis, so far in this game, you can see by his expressions, he has not been happy with the way his team has played.
No, absolutely. He's very frustrated. In some ways, he's a little flat himself, though. But Tarkansson, which is even more of a worry for Lithuania, just made that 3 and just stroked it, that quick release. Valanciunas is going to come back.
Well, again, Lithuania just struggling to get into any kind of rhythm offensively. Like I mentioned, we have not seen Lezovic, who had the game of his young EuroBasket career, got the start against Finland, had a double-double. His first ever start at a EuroBasket for Lithuania. Reverse layup, no good. Valanciunas there to clean up the miss.
I mean, to be fair to Marek, he said during the press conference, they took him to the press conference last night. It's like, well, you know, we managed to deal with EuroBasket not being there for a part of a quarter. We've got to do it for a whole game.
Oh. Gedefors.
See, that's okay because Sagunas gave him a pass option, Valanciunas. He was already on the move.
Valanciunas' second offensive rebound since he's checked into the game. He kicks it out. Tubelis there, fight. This is the Lithuanian team where you see them putting in 100% effort every single time.
And I know we're going to keep saying this, but in that particular set, in that transition, the ball didn't stick. They took a shot, and that gives you a much easier chance to get to the glass because the defense isn't set. I think they've just got to back themselves and keep Valanciunas going deep. It's almost as if Coach Kurtinitis is just having a look at different combinations to see which of these combinations he's going to be able to go with.
Yeah, I was about to say he has to figure that out quickly. We do know that they're going to move over and play against Group A of this tournament.
Yeah, Sweden needed that timeout. They've begun to the ball movement had slowed down.
Yeah.
They've been being beaten on the glass for the first part in the game because Lithuania are relentless in that department.
Well, let's check in with Coach Mikko Riipanen, see what adjustments he's going to make.
Måste ta hand om returerna. Alla spelare. Om inte era spelare går, hjälp femman. Okej. Pelle, Ludde, Adam, Viktor och Barra. Okej, vi går härifrån. Vi passar.
See, up until that last couple of moments, Sweden have done a good job on the glass. Lithuania have 5 offensive rebounds on the game right now. They've just pulled 3 in the last 3 possessions.
Yeah.
So it's Kuprilis has done that in all his time on the floor. He's always been aggressive going to the glass.
Well, Valanciunas moving up in the history record books at a FIBA EuroBasket. He now has 104 offensive rebounds. So he has surpassed Felipe Reyes, one of the Spanish greats, and is the second highest tally of O boards in the 21st century. And of course, who do you think the all-time leader is there, Mark? Offensive rebounds.
Is it a Gasol by any chance?
It is a Gasol. Pau Gasol, 133. So not sure Valanciunas will surpass that mark.
Well, if he does, in Riga, Lithuania are going to be going very deep.
Very, very deep. You're absolutely correct. And out of the timeout, Lithuania come up. Oh, they got to get the ball inside, but it's going to be an offensive foul. I think he just raised his arm and inadvertently hit Larson in the mouth, it would appear.
We're going to have a look at it, but, well, let's see if we get a review. Not a review, a replay.
Oh. Yeah,
you can see why.
For me, that's an action of posting up.
Yes.
He didn't extend backward. He didn't
throw the elbow.
He didn't throw the elbow. That's what you ask your bigs to do. Show your chest, excuse me, hands up. And the referees are actually going to go and review this. So we'll get to listen in to their thoughts, because maybe ours are completely different.
We are going to review if the contact meets the criteria with a sportsmanlike foul. Initial decision is 17 white. Okay. So normal speed, main camera. Okay. Now, may we change the camera? I see horizontal movement. Direct to the face. Okay, here we are not. No, this is not conclusive now. Maybe this one? Yeah. No, not this one. Yeah, go. Go. Yeah. So, here the contact is with the forearm, not the elbow. So, you stay with the initial decisions? Personal foul? Okay, so after review, the initial decision stays for 17 white, personal foul. This is not with
well,
elbow.
Valanciunas is not going to have that foul upgraded, and I think that was an easy decision.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's still a discussion. You know, as we said, he didn't throw the elbow.
Yeah.
He didn't lift the elbow. He just literally tried to seal his space at the height of his shoulder.
Yeah.
There's part of me that also says if he really had swung an arm like that, Larson would have struggled more. I mean, I think Larson did a great job at trying to buy that foul as well.
Well, a couple players hard.
Matsavicius hit the ball very hard. In fact, he bounced on the floor. He's walking up, he's fine.
He's gonna shake it off.
Yeah.
A little bit of an ice bath tonight, maybe. Yeah, there you see it. There, hurt his hip and elbow a little bit. But Getafors is the one who drew the foul. As Radzavicius going out. He looks fine.
Yeah. It's probably the wise thing to do. Take him out, have a look, check him out. But the Tubelis-Valanciunas combination on the inside has looked the most productive so far.
Yes.
For Lithuania. They haven't really solved their defensive problem. They're doing an okay job.
Well, Getafors makes the second of 2.
And Velichka has really moved the ball quite well, so he may have, given himself the opportunity to get time at the point.
Valanciunas kicks it. Sarginius gets it back to him. There you go. That is the kind of movement you need.
And again, it's Valanciunas underneath the foul line, drawing defense.
Hawkinson gives it up to Njai. Njai gets fouled.
But it has to be incredibly clean to not be a foul. From behind like that, but there was contact. Big guys never foul. It's never a foul. There's always a version that says it's never a foul. Throw it in deep, get deep touches, and then I think they're more likely to shoot better from the three-point line if they go inside out anyway. Sweden are doing a super job defensively.
No, they really are. Velichka. Still lots of time on the shot clock. As Velichka's catch and shoot. No good.
It's not a confident looking three, is it? At this level, we're not talking about the fact that Velichka can't shoot the ball. He obviously can.
Yeah. Hawkinson was well defended on that shot attempt. Tubelis. And this is where the ball stops for a half a second. And Sweden able to come up with the steal, but Larson with a rare easy miss. I don't think it was a foul.
No. I think he looked for the foul, but never came.
Instead of just going for the score.
Yeah, that's how it looked. If he'd have gone strong, he'd have scored.
Yeah.
Given the way this first half has gone, if Lithuania go in at 5-6 down, they should be pretty happy because they have not functioned well offensively at all. They've begun to find some combinations that move better. They make these 2 and it's a 6-point game. If they can get into the half, 4, 5, 6, I think Coach Kurtenitis will probably think
we're okay.
We're going to be better than we were in the first half.
Well, it has been a slow scoring outing, let's say, to start the game. The second half for both teams, they're tied at 13 apiece. We only have 1:45 left in the quarter before half.
So Sweden are going to take a timeout, and I'm assuming that they're going to take this to refocus on what they want to run with the basketball, so they can at least tick the scoreboard over. But down there, the ball's... Well, in fact, it's not really what Sweden are doing. It's when Valanciunas decides to come high, they're not as effective at all.
Yeah, I completely agree with that.
Adam kommer dubbla, okej? Du vill så mycket dunker spots, så se till att du pratar med Viktor. Om det kommer baseline, måste vara redo att komma ner på honom också. Vi på 4 där uppe sen. På 4? Om det blir scramble. Ja, då är det full scramble, okej? Är du med?
Press break. De har fouls. De har lagfoul. Vi kan ta bollen aggressivt. Adam för Ludde. Ludde, ta bort din egna. Adam, sila honom. Okej, hej. Om han puttar dig, så puttar han dig. Är du med? Vad jag menar? Han har 2 fouls. Kör vi.
Well, neither team. I mean, 0 for 9 from Lithuania, 3 for 12 for Sweden. Both teams way below what they've been shooting from the three-point line. Everywhere else, they're the same. They're shooting the same sort of percentages from the inside. In Lithuania's case, I think it's because they're just not moving the ball in any rhythm. Sweden continue to have issues from the three-point line, largely because the guys who have and do shoot the threes are just not making threes.
Right. Well, that is definitely leading to this low-scoring half for us. There's been some groups that teams aren't scoring as many points as Njai, again, with the quick first step, he's going to go to the free throw line. You and I have experienced some exciting high-scoring basketball since we've been here.
Now, we're blessed with Germany being in the gym and the way they move the ball and their percentages, but both Finland and Sweden in particular, Lithuania not so much. But those other two teams regularly scoring into the 90s. So if you like your basketball that way, Lithuania only get going from their defense. They have to get stops and get out and run.
But they are one of the best teams scoring off of turnovers and in transition. And I mean, Lithuania with, I don't want to say how poor they shoot from 3 because they know where their strength is, and it's to go score from 2. They're still averaging 89 points a game.
Oh, yeah.
It's just they don't shoot the 3 particularly well. As well, a miss, but they do what they're good at, and that's offensive rebound, and Valanciunas with another offensive rebound and a putback.
Yeah, again, because he died, he's there. When he's out top, he's just not getting to the glass.
And you know, talking about Rokas Jokubaitis, who obviously that's going to be a big discussion moving on in this tournament as well. Can Lithuania figure out how to play without him? He was their best three-point shooter.
Oh, yeah. Their best three-point shooter.
By far.
And the guy that can break the defense down as well.
Yeah.
So everyone else becomes a better three-point shooter when he's on the floor.
Well, Hawkinson and Sargunas just get into a little bit of a pushing match. But Lithuania are going to be the ones who suffer this outing as Hawkinson gets to go to the free throw line. Unnecessary.
Yeah,
I don't know if it really needed to be called, to be honest.
But Lithuania getting very frustrated because, as I often say this about Valanciunas, he doesn't get any protection at all because the referees sometimes say, well, he doesn't need it. He's able to go through contact.
Right.
And he's getting very frustrated, and I think they're getting very frustrated that they're unable to really exert that defensive pressure.
Lechka. Good defense there by Sweden. Valanciunas has to go to a fadeaway. You're going to accept that shot, right?
Oh, 100%, because he didn't have to go to the fadeaway. You know, he had him deep. He could have drop stepped. He could have, played through him.
Hawkinson turns the ball over. It's a 3-on-2 and an easy finish for Tubelis.
They get a stop now, Lithuania. They're going to go into halftime happy.
Feeling good.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how happy Coach Kurtinitis will be, but more happy than he would have been a few minutes ago, that's for sure. Larson now, there's about a 3-second differential. Shot clock and game clock. He stops. He pops. Woo-hoo-hoo. Well, they'll have one more attempt. And gonna go to the free throw line. So nice heads-up play there by Sargunas to not settle for a shot outside.
And he gets the bonus that Larson pulls another foul.
Larson not too happy with that. I think that was just a really heads-up play by Sargunas as we get to see the three-point shot by Larson. They inbound the ball quickly, they get down the court and draw a foul. Exactly what you want to do if you're Lithuania.
All right, it's Larson's second foul. Every little bit helps.
Going to end the half. It was a slow half, let's say, scoring-wise, especially that second quarter until the last minute 45, actually. We see Lithuania still trailing Sweden, though, 33-39 after 20 minutes.
Well, it's the three-point numbers for both teams. I mean, Sweden are looking impressive on 4 for 14 compared to the 0 for 10. But everything else offensively is fine. It's I don't like the way Lithuania's ball movement slowed them down. 22-12 on the glass.
Yeah.
Lithuania having the advantage.
It's really how Lithuania got back into the game. It was actually their offensive rebounding, right?
Second shot side, they've ended up with 7 offensive rebounds. They only had 5 early in the second quarter. That Valanciunas coming back was a big factor in that, but they've done a really good job. Well, you got if it's not functioning, you got to find ways to be effective, and they've done it. So Pelle Larsson has 11 points with the 2 rebounds, 5 for 9. He picked up his second foul, which won't please him. Valanciunas 8 and 7, already well on his way to a double-double. And I think Jonas is this is gonna be the opposite to the win over Finland. Jonas is gonna have to be a factor in this game.
Well, you said it. Lithuania's offense, when they've had a look, it's not bad except from the three-point range. They do have 11 turnovers, though, and I think a lot of that is they don't have their starting point guard, unfortunately. But they're not going to have him for the rest of the tournament. We know that. We wish him a speedy recovery. But Coach Kurtinitis is going to have to figure out a rotation and that what works, especially offensively.
Yeah, I think Velichka looked like probably the leading candidate for that, because not that he's a great scorer, but he looks more comfortable at the point than anybody else, especially as Normantis went down with a rolled ankle. And you know, it's not raining, when it's just raining, it's pouring for him, because Normantis has been one defensive stopper. The second thing, he's probably the most experienced backcourt guy alongside Jokubaitis. So now he's just got, now that looks just like a rolled ankle, hopefully.
It looks like just a rolled ankle, but he hasn't come back into the game. He only played 3 minutes, rolled his ankle, went out. Marika Lezovic also hasn't played for them, who had that great game in their win over Finland 2 days ago. We haven't seen him play, so I think there's a lot of caution being played here by both teams, because Markussen's not in the lineup either for Sweden. And, you know, they're looking to the future.
Well, we've had that conversation. There's a way to play tournament basketball. If you know, Lithuania, you look at it, does it really matter if you're going to play Turkey, or does it really matter if you're going to play Serbia?
Right.
You know, or you might get Latvia. All 3 of those teams are just great teams. So they won't want to play Lithuania either, because they'll know the type of game they're going to have. They play Serbia, and they've got a matchup to work with.
Well, it is halftime here, 33-39. We're going to take a quick pause and be back for second half action.
This isn't a moment. It's a time unlike any before.
It's not a request, not a maybe, not a someday.
This is now. Feel our presence, built on strength
and drive. Not rising, we are arriving. Not hoping, but owning.
This isn't a moment, it's movement. Constant, relentless.
Every cut, every pass, every shot.
Earned. Taken. Undeniable. The future, it's already here.
Forged in sweat,
ruled by queens.
When we move, the whole game shifts.
And we're unstoppable in all directions. We own the game.
Oh, that's a beautiful move from Thanasis. The spin to the reverse is nice. Nurkic looks back door. Atic. Reverse, baby. Rewind reverse. Oh, Shengelia. Turns the corner, rises up nice and high and punches it home with his left hand.
Now finding the big back, bumping, twisting, going in, and the follow-up. Well, Big Gershon goes in and throws it down.
Behind the back, Puerto, the Eurostep, Niang, the rejection. This is European basketball at its finest.
Nice backdoor play, Hermanson, bit of acrobatic. Oh my Lord. Well, didn't know he had it in him.
Incredible move. An exquisite finish.
Wachinski.
Wow.
Yabusik may have got a hand to it.
May. He knocked that one out.
The tip is up, and it will be Poland with first play. There's the first alley-oop, and what a way to begin. Panicka finding big man Balcerovski.
Oh, there you have it. A big answer.
Nice hands from Antetokounmpo. Dorsey to the rim. Oh, wow! Nurkic safely disposes of the play. Roberson.
Oh, Olejniczak goes in, throws it down with a thunder dunk. Now a timeout's going to be called by Freddie Patsu. Dominic Olejniczak had all the time and space in the world. Didn't realize how wide open he was. That is unbelievable.
These guys will be legends in their own country, but also in the international basketball world forever.
Welcome back to Tampere, Finland. It is halftime here. Sweden, 39-33 for Lithuania. And Mark, we know that Sweden, no matter what, will finish fourth in the group, even with a win. But how much confidence does this take heading into Riga and in a one-and-done game situation if they can pull off a win against Lithuania today?
Well, I think it's two things. One, it really, everything's confident. For them to beat Lithuania, that's a confidence builder. Playing against this pressure is a confidence builder. But the second thing, that we've seen on a given night, they've got guys who can score. So on a one-off game, I think they're capable of coming up with maybe a shot.
Yep.
You know, that's because you can't. You know, if Larson gets going and if Harkasson gets going, they've got points. And I think they have enough effort plays to really do a decent job defensively. But confidence-wise, for Sweden to beat Lithuania, it's one of the basketball greats. Because at the moment, they're squeezing in, aren't they, on the back of Great Britain beating Montenegro. Well, forget that. If they go and beat Lithuania, they're legitimately fourth. And that puts them in a different frame of mind. And that, I think, as teams develop through like they are, that's a big, big, big factor.
Well, Pelle Larsson, leading scorer. He already has 11 points. He's scored in double figures in each of his 4 games at the EuroBasket. He missed that one game because of illness. He's only the 3rd Swedish player tallying 10 or more points in each of his first 4 games in the competition. So he's a young superstar in the making, in my opinion.
Oh, 100%. Whereas an old superstar that's already been made as such, Jonas Valanciunas. And I don't think I'm going to go back to this anymore, but coming out of a game where the team went in a different direction, then he comes out in a game where he's been told he's going to play a lot more, then he's delivered. And I think the more he gets below the foul line, whether it be for offensive rebounding or whether it's for actually scoring on the inside, the better for Lithuania. And it also frees up more space for the perimeter guys to exploit from above the foul line. And I think that's a big deal for the way they structure their offense. But he's just been immense again. I think he was unfortunate with the offensive foul. I don't think he gets the ball enough, especially when people are shooting poorly from the three-point line.
He doesn't get easy touches. The majority of his scores, unfortunately, well, a lot of them come after offensive rebounds. He has 3 offensive rebounds, and I would say close to 3 putbacks, so at least 2 putbacks. Yep. One time he kicked it out. And, you know, that time the offensive foul, I think the ball was about to go into him. He would have had 10 points and 7 rebounds right now if they didn't call that.
No, and I just think he's... It's unfair to say underprotected, but he does need a bit more protection. But in saying that, he doesn't need a fadeaway jump shot. There's no one out here who should be forcing him to take fadeaways.
Yeah, he didn't need to go to that fadeaway. I do think Sweden has done a great job, though, defensively. I mean, anytime you force a team that's used to 14.5 turnovers per game into 11 at the half means you're doing something right on the defensive end.
But the one thing that links to that has to happen is that Coach Kurtinaidis at the end of this game, before they get back on the floor in Riga, has got to make a decision about how he's going to deal with the loss of Jokubaitis. And he might not be happy with it, and he might see some shortcomings, but he's got to feel as though these are the answers he has at his disposal. To make a change like this mid-tournament is hard for any coach and any team.
Oh, I think it's incredibly hard, and I think that's why we have seen a few different lineups playing significant minutes together than we have seen in previous games for Lithuania. And it's not just they're missing Jokubaitis. Normantas went out, and he hasn't been back. He's not warming up. He's not on the bench. We also, I mean, we can go through the list right here. Blejevic has not played. Where is Sedegerskis?
Same. There's a lot of...
Oh, yeah.
There's a debate that have probably gone through, well, you know, this is a precaution. We'll take that precaution. Because we're going to be at least we're going to be third at worst. And I think they'll probably believe that Germany will get the win this evening. Yeah. And so they could still end up in that situation where they'll be above Finland because of a head-to-head scenario. So if you weigh it all up, nothing says play a player with that's any risk at all.
Right. Well, definitely looking to the future, I think Lithuania is. Kurtinaidis, though, even though looking towards the future, there were times when I looked over and he was not happy with what was happening.
Well, because, you know, the other thing, you've said this consistently, and I 100% agree, he is changing the way they play. They put their marker down that says, you know what, guys, we're going to play defense and run. And if they're not playing defense and running, that it doesn't matter who is on the floor or not. That's not what they said they were going to play like. That's not how they've had success. So it's going to be a hard ask. He's going to find a way. He's going to find out some questions and answers around his team in this second half. Let's take a listen to Coach Rippinen.
Okej. Pelle går upp lite som att vi ska spela back. Hämtar den av Viktor. Rescreen. Simon, samtidigt som de screenar så gör vi exit screen för Pelle. Okej? Så Melvin eller Ludde, pass, gå, hämta den. Rescreen mot mitten med
Flashka. Jonui sužaisti. Pirma Jonai ateis į flešą, pas jie išeis, Jonai iš čia ateis ir sužais flešą. Ne? Tada mes čia turėsim ketvirtas ateis. Dabar pažiūrėk, kaip bus. Dabar, kai tu čia sužaisim tą, tu kirsi žemyn, mes paduosim kamuolį, čia sužaisim. Čia praeisim, va čia aš noriu tave, o čia popinam.
As well as the courtside 1891 app. Don't forget to go ahead and join the EuroBasket app as well. Anytime you see those QR codes pop up onto your screen. As both teams coming out. And second half action, Sweden starting with the ball. They have that slight 6-point lead after a slow offensive start for Lithuania. Only 33 points. They're used to averaging 40 or more points in the first half of their previous 4 games already played, as Larsson's shot, no good.
They executed really well. That coach Rippenden wanted, I think he's going to challenge. He's trying to challenge, I think. No, he's not going to challenge. Well, I think he's challenged the out-of-bounds call. But he called that play, and that's the great thing I've liked about Sweden. One of the things you like about them in this group, as the referees are going to check it, is that they execute what Coach Rippenden wants them to do. Every single time he asks, they deliver it.
This is a head coach challenge by blue team. We are reviewing which team caused the ball out of bounds. Initial decision is white ball. Please, can you go? So, back. So, blue, white, go. Okay, blue, the blue, white and blue with the right hand. So, 35. Go again. So, but I have white. Can you change the angle, please? With the main camera. Okay, this one. So go back, and now we start.
White.
Blue.
White. Now, the left blue.
But I have the left hand from the white.
Yeah, but the left, number 75.
From the baseline, please. Okay, blue again. Go.
Blue is the last one. So white ball.
So initial decision stays.
White ball. Yes.
After review, initial decision stays. Ball for one.
Yes, I show.
Again, the advantage of having many cameras in the gym, a lot more than what used to be.
Oh, yes. But Briganda must have known that he was. I can't see how he thought it was obviously obviously Valanciunas. Because that's what you're talking about, aren't you? You're talking about obviously being Valanciunas, and it obviously wasn't.
They get the ball inside to Valanciunas. Double team doesn't come, and that's a good shot.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, deep catches. He doesn't have to make great moves. He just has to be Valanciunas.
Yeah. He has 10 points now in the game. You said it at halftime, Mark, that you think Valanciunas has to have a big second half if they want to come up with a win.
I think so.
Panzer's shot rattles in. Lechka now, who gets the start in the second half with Romantis out, who he hasn't even come back to the bench, I don't think. Larsson. Panzer's gonna have to make something happen. And his shot is well off the mark, but I think it's going to be a shot clock violation. Did they have possession, though?
They didn't have possession, I don't think.
So it should be a shot clock violation, correct?
I don't know if they ever had control of the ball. I'd like to see it again, but I don't think they had control of the ball. It just sort of fell off his leg. Yeah.
Right, so shot clock violation because, yeah, never really...
No, it just can't. He never had two hands on it, never really had control.
Lechka now. Wants a screen by Valanciunas. And nice, strong move there. Giedraitis.
Hey, the last two penetrations, largely because Valanciunas just cleared the whole keyway. Just moved people out the drive lanes.
Servidis gives it up, Giedraitis. They go to, well, that's a good sign. The first three-pointer for Lithuania. Velichka, the recipient of nice extra passing, as here's the double team comes. This time they come up with the steal. This is the aggressive defense we're used to seeing by Lithuania. Valanciunas. That was good patience, nice offense. At one moment, I thought Velichka was going to shoot, and I was like, Valanciunas needs to get the ball after that type of a pick and roll, as he now has 12 points. Hawkinson. Seen that many times in his career, but that shot no good.
It's such a regular event, that foul, because Giedraitis is going forward again. There was marginal contact, but he hit his wrist and he's walking into the shooter. Coach Rippinen needs the timeout. They've lost their way against this team at the moment. Valanciunas is just making huge holes in that defense.
Well, let's try and listen into the timeout of Coach Rippinen. You mentioned it, 11-4 start. We see Lithuania with a 1-point lead now.
Och ta hand om våra straffkast. Det är de tre. Vi spelar press break till horn.
Hey. Det är skitdålig spacing. Du håller på att lurka upp hela tiden. Stanna i fucking hörnet så vi kan öppna ett skott. Sluta gå upp lite hela tiden. Vi har skitdålig spacing.
Horn. Okej, pass till Simon. Kattar vi Victor pin down. Okej? Horn. Ja, let's go. Kom igen. Kom igen.
Well, let's see what they can get out of the timeout. As you said it, you don't want this game to get away from you. Again, Sweden wins or loses, it doesn't change much, but I think mentally it can give you a little bit better of a...
Yeah, I'm with you.
I don't know, mojo?
Mojo's a good word. If Sweden go forward on the back of beating Lithuania, one, it helps them. Two, the thought process of their opponent is going to be changed, because it's not, oh, Sweden have done well to qualify and get here. It's, oh, they beat Lithuania. There's a different thought process. Lithuania can deal with either result because of so many people being out, because of so much sort of disruption before this game, and they're going to retain the position that they currently hold in the group, that they can deal with it. And they're used to it as well. They're used to EuroBasket play. Sweden, first time in the second round, and also they just beat Lithuania. And so, like, it's all of a sudden they're going to be like 2 feet taller.
Well, let's see if Sweden can get on a little bit of a roll here. because they desperately need it.
5 seconds. Here goes. Take a timeout. The other team scores, and then they turn you over, and you've taken that timeout, and nothing appears to have changed.
That is not what you want to see if you were Coach Rippinen. Doesn't show a lot of frustration, but he cannot be happy with this start.
Great decision. I thought he was going to settle for the little jumper. Valanciunas in the keyway, it's just, he's being huge out of it. Briganda's going to have to step up and just play him a little harder. He's not playing him hard enough.
Larson. Oh. I think it was a pass attempt.
But this is where, you know, the Lithuanian defense that you've got excited about. On that penetration, no one had to think about help because they contained the ball. Everyone's in the passing lane. And then Larson had no option.
Yep. Well, they desperately need a score here, in my opinion, Mark.
Oh, yes.
And that is not what they needed. But guess what? Turnovers. Velechka's feeling it. Little surprised that he went ahead and took that shot. I know he's made one. So Sweden might have got lucky with that shot. Decision by Velechka on the other end as Gedefors just muscles his way in and is going to draw the foul.
See, my only issue, well, it's not my only issue. The only issue with that is that Velechka, he made his three earlier on in the quarter, right? That's fine. But
Came up with the steal,
but he's not. You know, he's not one of your best three-point shooters. There is there's a theory about where you got the open three, you got chance of rebound coverage, take it. Man, they'd have ticked it over to an 8-point lead if they'd used the numerical advantage and got the 2. And now Sweden find themselves on the line trying to tick over for the first time in a long time the scoreboard. But this is where we've talked about Lithuania being relentless with their defense, just not giving you a moment, continually pressurizing you, and Gedefors comes up empty.
Well, not what they needed. 49-43. We're about halfway through the third quarter. Lithuania have come out with a different attitude during this third quarter. And an easy 2-point bucket. Lithuania. Every time they've taken care of the ball, minus their three-point shooting, they've had good looks.
Yeah, that's just their three-point shooting by their standards is just, it's almost, they're back to where they were against Great Britain, where they hardly made a three in that whole game, first game up.
Njai, not known for his three-point shooting either, I would say.
But you're on very solid ground if you say he's a much better threat if he takes it to the ring. Because he's settled for that three. He had no reason to take that three.
Valanciunas loving it on the sideline. Pelle Larsson now trying to get something going for Sweden as he drives, help side comes. Njai tries to rebound. Now you have two blue jerseys on the other end. Well, what do you think of that three-pointer? That one I'm okay with because you had rebounders and you knew you had rebounders.
Yeah, and that's fine. And a rebound where Carcassonne would have had to do an impossible job to try and rebound on the weak side. But there's a different tempo to Lithuania right now. Lithuania's tempo is just, it's much quicker, it's sharper. The game is a little bit more broken up because of their defense. And they're doing a really decent job at getting down the floor. I can only assume that they might be talking about, do they want to review the foul because Carcassonne, they want to check to see if he fouled in an unsportsmanlike way, maybe. Let's have a look.
3 points. We are going to review a possible 2 points shots. So, thank you for the situation. So now, okay, initial decision was 3 points, but we can see here. Can you zoom? Yeah, there is a gray part. We can see that he's on the 3-point shot. Okay? So initial decision stays after the review. May we have another angle, please? No? Only this one?
Look, I don't see any space between the point of the foot and the line. So it means that he's touching the line of the shot. So we need to...
Okay, so we change the initial decision. Okay. So after review, the initial decision is now 3 points. 2 points. Thank you.
Well, second time in this game we've seen a 3-pointer change to a 2-pointer. Not what Lithuania wants, but that is the advantage.
Love the passion of this Lithuanian crowd. You just can't help it being, you know, they'll contest anything.
They go inside to Tubulis. Brutus now gets blocked by Anderson. So a good defensive sequence by Sweden. Anderson, not sure if he was fouled or touched, but that was a big air ball. And Bergander, he's been quiet in this game, I think you could say.
Absolutely. Started the game really strongly, you know, tried to drag Valanciunas out the middle, knocked down a couple of long twos. And he is an accumulator of stats. He's not someone who just goes, he's not someone who gets anything in a hurry.
Borg. Oh, miscommunication there, as he just passed the ball out of bounds. Was intended for Njai, but Njai was cutting to the basket.
No, Bergander's going to sit. He's only had 5 field goal attempts across the game, where he's played pretty much nearly around 20 minutes.
They go inside of Brutus. Brutus now. That time he goes up, no foul. Njai. He had a nice little start when he came in the first quarter off the bench. Pants are nowhere to go. Good defense by Lithuania. Njai, spin move. Not a bad shot as Njai there to clean up the rebound, and wow, he's quick. Just sees an opening.
Yep.
So what was good defense by Lithuania, they give up the rebound and Sweden scores.
There's not a lot of offense on the floor for Lithuania right now, is there? They're struggling to find. Well, Tubulis almost needs to get into that role where he sees the basketball, because he is has been a threat in this tournament. But it's not the most potent offensive lineup that Lithuania could put on the floor.
Pansar finds Borg. Borg, nice little shot around the elbow, the free throw line. So Sweden starting to dig their way back a little bit, but like you said, Lithuania lacking a little bit of offensive punch. with this lineup. Well, that time draws the foul, so it's going to go to the free throw line.
That's just, I know he got fouled, but I'm not really sure what Sweden tried to do on the pick and roll that time. They just allowed the pick to happen. He rolled down the lane and he got it, and everyone was late.
Yeah. Well, Velichka checking in because I think Coach Kourdinitis also realized missing a little bit of punch offensively.
Yeah, I think it's a factor. I think...
and I think, sorry.
Yeah, go on.
No, I was going to say, I think Sargunas is a good scorer, but not when he's required to have to bring the ball over half.
100%.
Yeah.
I like what Sargunas has done, but he's never had to handle the ball.
Well, no Mantis there at the end of the bench. Yep.
He's not going back.
Oh, no. You're not going to take the risk.
No.
Especially having already lost your best backcourt player, your best player.
Yeah.
Arguably. Cancer. Wow.
Tough one.
Wow. Is all I have to say. Not much more Brutus could have done in that situation.
No. But we've consistently said that Panzer should look to be more of a threat. He almost sees himself as the second or the third option. He's got a lot of points, a lot of tools to use.
Brutus with the advantage. This time he kicks it out when the double came. And that is a good sign. Servidis, he's 1 of 5, makes his first three-point attempt near the end of the third quarter. Lithuania, their best quarter in this game so far. They're going to get the ball back as well. One last offensive possession. Can they get a stop here, though? Nice board cut baseline. Great cut off of penetration. His defender just falling asleep. I would say it's looking at the ball. Velichka now. He's going to let the game clock wind down a little bit. Tough shot, no good. So not able to take advantage of the last possession. And because of a good third quarter, Lithuania we see now out with a 1-point lead, 54-53 after 3 quarters.
Well, the three-point percentage, when we see the numbers, is going to be slightly better, but still almost nothing. Well, it's definitely nothing to write home about. Only 13% and 20%. It's not as if there's been a demonstration of that. But the last play, Shona, it's like Velichka just kept the basketball. They had plenty of time. They didn't look to move it. They've been very successful when they get the ball below the foul line. They've been very successful. They moved the ball. I'm not sure they have anyone in their roster now who's going to be great out of the dribble, just like take it and settle in for that three. I mean, there's going to be lots of examples on these best plays of Valanciunas getting the ball under the foul line, making holes in that defense, and then they stop doing it. As soon as he left, Tubinas has shown that he is...
Ball needs to go through him.
Yeah, very effective, yeah.
Well, only 14 points for Sweden in the third. That is their lowest quarter output in this game. They were up heading into the third quarter. Lithuania, you mentioned it, they went inside to Valanciunas early, and I think that got them some good, easy looks. And then when that happens, they had a few more, I would say, open looks from three, ended up finally making 2 in that quarter as they were 0 of 10 heading into it. Now they've had 2 made threes. Don't forget, courtside 1891. Go ahead and scan that QR code or go ahead and download it to get all the live updates, stats, highlights, games from the world of international basketball.
I've got it. You got it?
Absolutely, I have it. How do you think we watch basketball? Have to go check in on the AmeriCup that just ended. Brazil winning that event.
Valanciunas back in the game. Just
Velechka that time gets all the way to the basket.
Velechka's quick, Shona. Yeah, he can break you down. It's just they just need to move the ball to give him to create a lane for him.
Yeah, help find that kind of gap.
Yeah, I like the front line.
I like that offense, though.
Yeah, I like that offense.
Yeah.
I like the front line they've got in the floor because they've got Chavidas and Tubilis on the floor with Valanciunas. I like that front line, and I think it's just a case of Coach Kudnight finding the right backcourt combination, performing the right roles. Like you said, Sarunas, we're not really that comfortable with him at the point. So it might, there might be better players than Velechka, but it looks better with him at the point.
Well, good news is Lithuania is going to have a couple days off. They are going to have to charter tomorrow to Riga, but they're going to have a couple days off. And hopefully Normantas and Lezovic, who hasn't played, Sedekerskis, who has not played today either. They've only played 8 players because of, obviously, Rokas Jokubaitis being out for the tournament. So the bench is thinning for Rimas Kurtinaitis in Lithuania.
When the defense stays with Valanciunas, you're better putting the shot up and letting Valanciunas go to the glass, because there was no passing lane there because they left the Velechka and said, score it. I mean, this Swedish lineup, this lineup on the floor now that has stopped the bleeding, doesn't have Larson on the floor, doesn't have Harkansson on the floor.
Njai lost the ball about 2 times on that possession, but somehow gets it back and gives it up to Ramstad, who's getting more minutes today than normal as well, because Markusen is not in the lineup. He's not on the bench either.
But you said earlier on, didn't you, they have had that sickness in the camp. It might be something that's, you don't want to share it, but it looks like they may have shared it.
Yeah, I mean, not always sharing is caring.
But the number of times, national team basketball is not just about the stars. It is about the depth of the roster. Because all these guys are some of the best players, obviously, in the country. And Ramstad, Göttingen in Germany, is playing in a good league.
Yep.
Knows how to play. He's got a professional way of doing things. He's your third big, but then that's still good. He's still a good player. So, and in these tournaments, as Lithuania are really finding out right now, you need that. That should be a 2-point shot, because Valanciunas played with a ring, but they're going to call it interference, not tapping it back in. Much as we're saying that Lithuania have, turned the corner of that third quarter, they trailed by 2, and Sweden could still get what would be, I think, a massive confidence-building win.
It's going to be a blocking foul. I think it was on the pass, on the floor, excuse me.
Yeah.
So just the second team foul for Sweden. If this game stays close, you don't want to see them pick up too many fouls early in the quarter. Servidis gets the screen by Tubilis. Tubilis has a little bit of an advantage. Velechka wants to take Njai. Not an easy take. Valanciunas fighting for the rebound. Can't hold on to it, though. Is Njai now. Going to be white ball after that take.
Now, Sweden have made a little bit of an adjustment as Valanciunas rolls to the hoop, because they're not actually taking their help on the penetration. I'm still not. Why do they keep coming out to set that high screen? They could just park him low, change the angle like that.
Double team comes, he gets it out. Nice ball movement. Tubilis, you need to go up, and he does.
We keep talking about Tubilis. If Valanciunas is being guarded and is clear in the middle for him to play, he has got a lot of options that he can score with and has an advantage. As good a defender as Anderson is.
Anjai, extra pass to Borg. Nice decision, finding the shooter. Quick pass, right on the money, and Borg was ready to shoot.
Because Borg is supposed to shoot it, and Anjai is supposed to penetrate, and that's great execution.
The response rolls in and out. And Anjai wants the unsportsmanlike. But the referee says no. Well, he might have had a case. A little bit of a case.
I'm with you. You know, when we came to the gym today, we were probably thinking that Montenegro would probably beat Great Britain relatively straightforward. The question about this game was how would Lithuania cope without Jokubaitis. I don't think we really, you know, Sweden with this lineup where there's no Larsson, no Håkansson, no Briganda. Larsson's just checked back in. Have re-established the lead. So there's never a game where it's so unpredictable, this competition.
It really is. I mean, not just in our group, but if you go check out some of the other groups, I think all of us, well, Valanciunas, what a game he is having. 16 points, 8 rebounds.
Got to feed the bear, keep feeding him, because he is coming up big.
Valanciunas a little heated.
Interested to see how deep Kurtnadis lets him go minutes-wise, because he's never had him on the floor for a whole quarter in this tournament. He may have to if he wants the game, wants to win this one.
Well, Sweden, we know are advancing, Mark.
Oh yeah.
We're going to have to go back and find out when the last time they did. They've been out of this tournament for many a year. Portugal, how about this? With their win today over Estonia, they're playing in their first ever EuroBasket, correct? And they're advancing to the second round.
And it's whatever the story. And whatever they're doing in Portugal, because their women played in the EuroBasket as well. So
for the first time ever as well,
And you've got to big up, because it's not as if where basketball is not the biggest sport, obviously, in Portugal, because obviously, like everywhere else in that part of the world, football is just fanatical.
Maybe if Cristiano Ronaldo played basketball,
maybe,
it would be more,
maybe you could own a team. That would help.
Lithuania now lost their lead that they got in the third. They go inside to the man who's been doing it all for them. He's going to go up, and it was pretty good defense. I don't know why Ramstead reached, though, and gave Valanciunas the opportunity to get his arms underneath him when he was going up for the shot.
We had talked about this when people are guarding Vucevic from Montenegro. Players of that quality on the inside, you just have to decide how you're going to play them and what you'd like them to take. If he makes a tough turnaround shot, as they did earlier on, when they may forced him to the fadeaway, he didn't make that. I think the last two games where Valanciunas didn't play a lot of minutes in the last one because of the way they decided to play, and this one where he's
had a good performance.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And then in this one where he's having to carry the team, his approach has been the same. I'll do whatever it takes for the team.
Right.
And you've got to love the way he's playing out here. I would, you know, Kurtnadis hasn't used the timeout in this second half. He may decide, I'll just take a timeout to give Valanciunas a rest and keep him out there. Because in previous games, Coach Kurtnadis has been very engaged. Walking, running the sideline. He's literally taken a front row seat on this one. Has not got off that seat.
Yeah, you're right, actually.
Has not stood up in this whole second half.
It was a little bit more animated the first quarter.
Yep.
But yeah, I agree with you. Gedeforce now on the baseline, crosses over. Strong attack is blocked, though. He's going to have to shoot it. He does. He's aware. Well, first one wasn't easy. Second one was maybe harder, but he makes that one. Dubanus goes to a little bit of floater, no good, but comes up with his offensive rebound. So another nice game, getting significant minutes here. He has 8 points, 9 rebounds now.
Yeah. It's a more traditional, that combination. If they've got a two-man inside game and Tubilis can extend the floor at the fourth spot.
Well, Valanciunas with the big-time block, and then being able to get out and run. That's vicious. Sweden still have 2 more timeouts. They're only trailing by 1 possession, 3 points. Oh, Bergander just can't hold on to it though, so ball right back as Hawkinson checking into the game. He's gonna take out Borg.
Well, I'm assuming that Tubilis will go out and then come back if they need to take Valanciunas out. But as long as Valanciunas is extending the floor like he just did and blocking shots, why would you take him out as long as he feels good?
Right. Go inside to him. Well, Valanciunas upset he didn't get the call. And then a foul to stop the break.
Yeah.
As I think the Swedish fans want an unsportsmanlike call, but the referees say no.
No, he's in front of him. It's opposite what he's going to do, but it was in front of him and he just reached across and hit the body.
I think it's also the effort to make a play on the ball, right?
Yeah.
Sweden, another opportunity to tie the game. This time they get it to Larsson. Larsson is open, and he ties it at 65 apiece. Another big game for Pelle Larsson.
Well, they've got Canson, Pelle Larsson. All their big scorers on the floor here. Could have got a better shot. I think he was looking for the foul.
Larsson made that last three-pointer to tie it. This time he penetrates. How about the hang time?
Wow.
And the flex after as he goes straight into Valanciunas and is still able to score. So we have a timeout by Coach Kurtinitis, who, like you said, has been calm on the bench for a lot of the second half.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see down 2 coming out with the basketball. The success they've had with getting Valanciunas on the move going into the low block, on the move to get to the front of the charge circle. When they've pushed him off the block, the double team has been able to take away the floor space. So I think they're better with Tubilis in the game with him because Tubilis can operate inside and out. It'd just be interesting to see where and how they try to get the ball inside, because there isn't anybody you would run a perimeter play for here specifically thinking they were going to make the shot.
Yeah.
I think there's got to be an inside touch. And Sweden's debate is they've got no option but to double team. They may even want to send 3 guys to him and ask him to pass it, because at the moment he hasn't looked to pass. He's looked to go up.
Yeah. Well, like you said, I mean, why not double? They're only 2 of 17. You sort of want to take the risk, right?
Yeah.
Well, we got 3 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. Valanciunas on the bench. Are we going to see him back in the game? He has 18 and 8, 7 of 11 field goals, compared to Pelle Larsson, 18 points, 4 rebounds, both of them having a big needed game.
Maybe this is because with both Larsson and Jaya, all those guys in the game, they're going to have to get into that switching defense again. Oh, he's so good on the glass.
Well, he missed the first one, and that, I believe, is going to be a double-double for Tubelis. 10 points, 10 rebounds again for him. Get it for us. Brigander, who has been quiet that time. Soft kiss with his left hand off the backboard. Sweden back up on top.
Great effort, great effort. Just got a piece and deflected. They were smart enough to get in it, and Sweden just got sloppy.
And that is the kind of effort, you and I have talked about this, you need to have 40 minutes a game, every single game. Those are the little game changers.
Yeah.
And the good teams know how to do that all the time.
All Gatterfors had to do was to look, because he didn't look, he just gave it back. You know, like, you don't think there's anyone there, just gave it back. Velitska, and you know, the great effort by Gajtis Radosavicius, and you know, again, ultimately, it's their defense is keeping them going, keeping them in it, relentlessly getting after the ball. I think Valanciunas wants to come back in. I think
is he negotiating with coach?
I don't know if that's a Curtinitis trait, but he's making it. He's definitely being seen, should we say? Because you can't see it here, but he's literally walked right next to the coach and stood up in the hope that he gets back in the game.
Yeah, he keeps kind of looking over at him. Yeah. He's making his presence known, that's for sure.
Yeah, a little bit of towel waving.
Well, athletes want to win. Doesn't matter how important or not important the game is. Every game for a good athlete. They're so competitive, they want to win. Larson takes a lot of contact. They don't call it, though. And the 11th rebound for Tubelis. And well short, as that's an air ball. Lithuania up 2. Larson, a lot of dribbling. Hawkinson, shot fakes.
Super job defensively getting out to him.
That's a tough, tough shot. Well contested. And how about this? Well, no foul. Maybe trying a little bit too hard to draw the foul.
But what an effort by Tubelis to run the floor, just to clear up the, you know, get it back for Lithuania.
Well, can't make it a 2-possession game, but it is going to stay Lithuania ball as Larson wanted the rebounding foul, I think.
Tubelis again, he has literally gone after every single shot at either end of the floor since he came back for Valanciunas, who also now comes back for Radovicius. And Tubelis looks really gassed, to be fair, but
yeah,
he has not stopped running the floor. He is literally the reason they've gone from 2 down to 2 up since Valanciunas went out.
Valanciunas back in, I'm assuming for a reason. Or not. Servidis, 3-point shot, no good. Njai now has the speed, but a good job, Velitska, just staying between the attacking Njai and the basket. Larson now, maybe trying a little bit too hard to draw a foul.
End up with a shot you want, not saying just trying to get the foul. If you get fouled, you get fouled. Just take a shot you want.
As Velitska is going to earn a trip to the free throw line, and Brigander has to be careful. That might have been a technical had the referee seen it.
Oh, the referee saw it.
Okay.
Because he went over and said to him, calm down. You know, sit Valanciunas out for the defense, which you can see Coach Curtinitis, whenever he can, he'll go with that quicker lineup defensively.
And it's not just the quicker lineup, it's the ability to switch positions 1 through 5.
Oh, absolutely. Tubilis gives him that because he's quick enough. And he has enough length at the 3 and the 4 that they can really get after the passing lane and switch everything. That makes it a 2-possession game.
It is a Sweden timeout. You said it, a 2-possession game, 73-69, 22.8 seconds. He's obviously going to advance the ball. Do you go for a 3 or do you just go for a quick bucket?
I take the quick bucket. You know, it's if he wants to run an out of bounds to get a 3, he's got a lot of 3-point threat on the floor. That's, you know, viable. But if you don't get something out of the catch, you've got to look to attack the basket.
Right.
You can kick it to an open shooter after that, but you've got to have something going to the ring, I think. Because Lithuanians' defense, as we saw in the last possession, is able to stay with the perimeter guys unless it's on a closeout. Harkassen just could not get his shot away against that defense.
They do have, you know, you mentioned it, kind of the length of the Lithuania defense, positions 1 through 3. We were talking about that earlier. You know, you have a Servidis who is tall and has length as well, who can easily defend a switch, get a hand up, take away a shot from a shorter opponent.
And, you know,
they're not going to advance it.
And they've been a little bit of a victim of their own, like Pelle Larsson looking for fouls.
Yeah.
He's come off down screens and got a chance to hit the 3. He's penetrated like he did against Valanciunas, took the shot he wanted and made it.
Definitely think last few possessions he was looking for the foul way too much. And they decide to take the ball out underneath their basket, almost turn it over. Gedefors now somehow gets all the way to the basket. Berganda trailing, so they come up with a 2-point basket. Kurtinitis, he's got 2 timeouts left. He's going to use one of them, as I'm sure he wants to make sure his team gets the ball inbounded here. So I was talking to Dave Smart, a great Canadian coach, this summer, because same kind of a situation. His team were up by 2, and he took the ball out
on the baseline.
No, he took it out in the backcourt.
Yeah. So he's got the whole clock and he's got the whole floor to space. It's an interesting debate.
But they got trapped in the corner on the baseline and turned it over. So I asked him why you didn't advance the ball, and he goes, well, when you've been bitten in the backside as many times as I have and not been able to sleep because you advanced it, turned the ball over, you know, one of those like leading to an easy, he goes, so it's just a preference of mine now because of how many times
there's a lot.
I haven't slept after the decision to advance it.
A lot of coaches say because there's more space, you've got more options. It's tougher to get fouled faster if you get the ball in and make another pass. All sorts of reasons to do that. But here's, you know, with only 13.9 seconds on the clock, Lithuania are going to take it on the baseline. Slightly different set of circumstances. The only thing that's consistent is you have more space to play the game in.
Well, no fouls to give.
But they're going to make one and send them to the line. Quick foul. Obviously, if they make both, no change to the set of circumstances. We're back where we are. If he misses one, though, you're in a single game. You're in a single possession game. Sagunis is an 82% free throw shooter on the season last year, which means he's bound to miss. Because now I've said it, but he is such a solid free throw shooter because he shot a fair number and then he misses the first. Crazy. But the other thing is, at this stage of a game, the pressure means that the stat over the season is a meaningless stat because hardly any of those shots are shot down the end of the game.
different situation when you're also playing for your country, I think, 100%. As well. The pressure hits a little differently. And no surprise, we have a timeout, but it's a one-possession game now, Mark.
Yeah, and this is where there's only, there's only the 12.8 seconds. Does he say, I'm going to go full court again? Lithuania could foul, send them to the line. They'll be okay if they can rebound. There's all sorts of permutations here. But with the three-point threats they have on the floor with Sweden, I can't believe that Lithuania are going to let them take the three. I can't see them back in their defense against a team as good as Sweden can be from the three-point line. They could take Bragander out and put Anderson in, who can set the pick and pop to the three-point line, but because Bragander will not shoot the three. You asked earlier on how big a momentum swing. If they pulled this one out, it would be a huge momentum swing for them.
Absolutely. Heading to Riga. We don't know who they're going to play yet. Just taking a look for you guys. So obviously either Turkey or Serbia are going to finish first and second respectively. They play each other tonight for that first place position. Portugal, we know, have qualified. Latvia, if they beat Czechia, who they are playing right now, who technically they should be.
So they'll be third.
They'll be third.
So they'll play, if things go as they should, like the winners of that game will play Sweden. So yep. Take a toss-up, Turkey or Serbia.
Turkey or Serbia, who do you prefer? Larson, he's open, and that shot not able to do it. And they get the ball down court. They're trying to avoid the foul. They will avoid the foul, and the game is going to run out. Well, you could say a great job by Sweden. They really hung around, were up for most of the game, but just could not pull it out in the second half. They fall to Lithuania 74-71.
I think that's a really big win for this Lithuanian team. All sorts of injury issues. Most of them you would hope, unfortunately, obviously Jokubaitis is a serious one. But they found a way to win. Valanciunas was huge in the way that he took responsibility, but they found a way to keep a free-flowing offensive team like Sweden down to a manageable number and got a win. Yeah. With all sorts of problems. All sorts of people had to step up and take responsibility, and they've now found a way. Tubilis was absolutely excellent in that fourth quarter. It wasn't a pretty game of basketball, but Tubilis and Lithuania find a way to win, and will come out of this only losing the one game to Germany in the whole group. They're in a very, very strong place. They'll be second in the group.
Yeah.
So, well, they're going to probably end up facing Latvia, and there you're talking about like for like type of game.
Yep. When it comes down to one game, anyone can win. As you mentioned it, Lithuania only played with 8 players today. Another great game by Tubilis. He had 12 points, 12 rebounds off the bench, and that is the first time since 2017 at a EuroBasket when Daniel Theis came off the bench for Germany. He did it as well as Juancho Hernan-Gomez for Spain, respectively. So he is in the ranks of some
unbelievable
EuroBasket future greats, let's say, because both Theis and Hernan-Gomez are still somewhat in their prime.
Well, Lithuania have just won a basketball game shooting 11% from the three-point line. The only way you can do that is you do what they've done on the glass, 41 rebounds, out-rebounding Sweden by 41-30, and your defense is the level that they play at. Otherwise, you've got no chance. It's always been the thing that people have been talking about, how well can they shoot the basketball. They're not showing they're shooting the ball well at all consistently. So their defense and their rebounding becomes such a big factor for them. Then again, the other way looking at it, you miss so many shots, you've got so many rebound opportunities.
You do have a lot of rebound opportunities, but again, a good job at the free throw line. Like you said, 81%. They struggled with turnovers in the first. You know, they had, 11 turnovers in the first half. They ended up finishing with only 14, so right around their game average. That was kind of the difference maker and why I think they were able to outscore Sweden in the second half.
And I think with Valiska on the floor, that made a big difference. He did a good job at performing in that point guard role, and Kurtnanis left him out there. So that bodes well for him. But Valanciunas, as we said during the commentary, whatever it takes, Valanciunas is going to do.
Yeah, another big performance by him, getting the start today. 18 and 9, 1 rebound shy of a double-double. And he is definitely going to be important. We hope that Normantas, it's just a little bit of an ankle tweak, and it won't be anything serious moving forward. They just didn't really want to push it or take the risk, an unnecessary risk.
Absolutely.
Especially without having Rokas Jokubaitis, who we know is out for the tournament. Sidegarskis didn't play today. Lazevic didn't play today. Interesting to see what Coach Kurtnanis, if he gives any insights in the post-game press conference.
Well, I'm assuming the answer will be, well, we just took about left them out as precautions. That'll be it.
That'll be it. They're never wanting to give up the secrets. Well, there are the rankings. We now know, no matter what, Lithuania, Germany, Finland, and Sweden are moving on from this group. Montenegro losing to Great Britain, and that's what got Sweden into the top 4 of Group B. We have Finland coming up against Germany in a couple hours. So from Shona and Mark, we say goodbye for now, but we will be back shortly.